The Eagle Scout Corps of Honor is now called to order. Good afternoon. My name is Sean Randash, and I'm Assistant Scoutmaster for Troop 5401. And it is my privilege on behalf of the troop to welcome you to the Eagle Scout Court of Honor in honor of Margaret Hittle. At this time, I would like to invite Pastor John Strakis to come forward with the invocation.
Thank you, Sean. Welcome, everyone. It is great to have you here at Margaret's church, where she has grown up, done wonderful work here, and it is our honor and joy to celebrate this day with her. Please join me in prayer. Gracious God, Spirit of life and love, Creator of the mountains and forests, it is good to be gathered here on this occasion of Margaret receiving her Eagle Scout Award. We are thankful for her service that she has given to her troop, to the crew, to the community, and to the council. We are thankful for all those who made this day possible: merit badge counselors, unit leaders, fellow scouts, and most importantly, her parents, Julie and John, her sibling, Andrew, and for the trail to Eagle is often hard and lonely. We are thankful for her Eagle project here at Zion. And most importantly, we are thankful for Margaret's scouting career. May all that is holy hear our prayers and bless this celebration and bless Margaret. Amen.
Okay, thank you, Pastor John. Will the Eagle Scout Escort please present the candidate? Troop 5401, please present the colors. Doesn't say that on there.
Color guard, attention. Audience, please rise. Scout salute. Color guard advance. Color guard, post the colors. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2. Please join me in the Scout Oath. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country and to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally scared. The Scout law: a Scout is trustworthy, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. 2. Color guard, please return to ranks.
It is my pleasure to introduce Becky Sherlock, Troop 5401's committee chair, to introduce the candidate.
Good afternoon. I'm here to introduce Margaret Hiddle. In her scouting career, she has started with the Explorer Post, the Fireman Explorer Post. Then she joined the Venture Scout Group and has earned the rank of Discovery. In Scouts BSA, she has earned 24 merit badges, became an ordeal member of the Order of the Arrow, and has attended 1 week at summer camp and many nights camping. She's also completed wood badge training and was asked to be SPL on staff for NYLLT.
It is with great pleasure to introduce our special guest and one of Troop 5401's Assistant Scoutmasters, Jeremy Putt.
For those of you who don't know me, other than I don't work with microphones, I am one of our assistant scoutmasters for Troop 5401. I also have a habit of using a lot of words, which I think is why Margaret said, "Hey, would you mind talking?" But I wrote it down this time. I also am going to caution you a little bit. I'm very proud of our troop. So there may be some longer pauses when I speak. Try this again. So, in our imaginations, we all can find different versions of ourselves, what we could have become or what we might think we are to other people. Psychologists refer to the many selves, where we see things like self-awareness, self-esteem, self-knowledge, even self-perception. And people will often think so hard on a single version of that self that they risk something even greater. Maybe it's the important things they want to accomplish. Maybe it's even the people around them. Some of us have been fortunate enough to grow up with role models, people who help us identify the things we want to see in ourselves. We start to form pictures of what it might look like if I were confident or sincere or funny. And as children, we look to our immediate examples, like our parents and our grandparents, our aunts, uncles, all who usually have no idea that they're being watched so closely with that child's mind until they utter the phrase, "Do as I say, not as I do." Then we get to a point in our lives when we may not understand that the picture of the world around us and our place in it isn't fitting the same lens we had been using in our childhood. While we don't let go of our original heroes, we find new ones, new friends in our social circles, new teachers, new leaders, new partners, new peers, and we may begin to see a new self coming into focus. What's interesting is we don't realize this self, looking outward, is also being watched through other people's own lenses. That we might be someone else's hero while we still feel we're tripping around this world of ours. Instead, we can find ourselves listening to that little narrator inside of our heads, trying to tell us things like, "You've got this. You can do better." And we might just be able to eventually see the highest version of ourselves. A picture of the hero we want to be, not because we want superpowers, though cool, but because we really want to help the world at the end of the day. You asked the wrong person. Margaret, you are a hero. A person that others trust that you will do your best. A woman of confidence and curiosity, trying to find your own truth in this world while helping others discover theirs. And now, another marked step towards becoming the hero that we want and that we need. I think back to when I was a den leader for 14 tiger cubs, little 6- and 7-year-old boys. So every Tuesday night, I'd slam a couple of Red Bulls before going into our Cub Scout meeting, and then enter the world of chaos. It was energizing. It was also exhausting. A little bit of what I experienced with our troop. But as I looked around that room, there was something that stood out. Not only were there these rambunctious little boys and their parents, but also the rest of their families, their sisters. These sisters, some younger, some older, jumped in with us. They did everything their brothers did, sometimes even better, like listening. That worked. They asked questions at the police tour. They played games. They did service projects. We built things. They participated without hesitation. And then they watched their brothers go up and get ranks and belt loops and public recognition for all the same things that they had worked just as hard for. I watched a lot of boys over the years, from those little tigers on up through some of our old scouts now who are Eagles. And today, we get the honor of seeing our first female Eagle Scout, who has absolutely knocked out these requirements. Now, for those of you who may not be aware, most scouts before BSA said we're having females have anywhere between, what do we say, Sean, 6 years? About 6 years to complete this task. Margaret had 2. And a lot of our scouts previously struggled to even get to that point. She had 2. By the way, of those 2 years, there might have been a slight pandemic, I hear. So she's had some challenges thrown at her. We get to see her knock out those requirements, to fight to get to that next step in her path. And I got to see her do it with vigor and determination. I got to see her grow and lead. And while she might not wear it for everyone else to notice, we all get to see the red cape around her shoulders. And I look around again, like before, only now I see everyone looking up to this sister, this daughter, this powerful young woman, this Eagle Scout of ours. An example for all of us, but especially for young women who are just learning where they want their place in this world to be. You are the first of many. Women who have become parents and professionals who had wished for this opportunity to prove to themselves, and to others, that they had the same determination to complete this quest. This journey of merit badges, endless campouts and adventures, and so many service hours. This feat was not easy. And while you get to stand on the shoulders of giants, Margaret, women who are den mothers, who were cub masters, scout masters, merit badge counselors, women who fought for voting rights and equality, who watched out for others who were not even like them. While they were battling for a better future for everyone, you are now that hero that others will follow to make their own path. Margaret, I've seen you take a young scout, quietly aside, and help them overcome their fears, their challenges, their exhaustion, their anxiety. I've watched as you've helped create ideas and carry that torch of leadership, even when some of the adult volunteers were starting to feel lost. I've seen you care deeply about this troop. I've seen you care deeply about your crew and how you want better for all of us. Your selflessness, your integrity, your courage, your kindness, and how you carry the scout law and scout oath every day. Margaret, you are an eagle, soaring and helping others become the best version of themselves, being an example for us to follow, lighting the way for the future. It has been an honor to watch you grow into the amazing person before us, and I look forward to watching your fellow scouts and your communities continue to achieve because of you.
Now I'd like our troop treasurer and former scoutmaster, Lacey Britt, to come forward to present Margaret with her Eagle Scout Award.
Jeremy, you don't make it easy to follow. So, and every word he said is true. We've watched you grow, and you have been an amazing inspiration, not only to these young ladies, but to all the adult leaders that are around you. So we appreciate that. Maybe not. This is the voice of the eagle. The eagles whose heights you have struggled hard to reach. Remember well when you first came to the base of the cliff, and how you looked up on it with ambition and determination. Look back for a moment. Look down that cliff and you have climbed. Look at the experiences you have encountered in your ascent. These experiences should not be forgotten. You should profit by making sure adverse experiences do not occur again. Experience is a valuable teacher if you heed its teachings. We remember when you took your first step upon the trail that leads upward. With that first step, you began to grow physically, mentally, and morally. You started living the Scout Oath and Scout Law, and while you were on the trail, we watched you study, and we saw you learn by doing. Upon joining Scouts, you were only a Scout. At that time, you began working hard on your requirements to reach tenderfoot rank, and the first ledge of the trail to Eagle. Before long, your fellow Scouts were calling you a tenderfoot, and they were right. You were indeed a tenderfoot Scout. Soon you reached the second ledge, and there you were greeted by a large group of second-class Scouts. Some, like you, stopped to catch your breath before continuing along the trail. You began to study more, you worked harder, and almost before you knew it, you came to another ledge, the ledge where the first-class Scouts dwell. There you found a tempting green meadow by a crystal-clear stream bathed in sun. There you were tempted to remain. Yes, you could have remained there to live as a first-class Scout in the first-class Scout glory, but your ambition spurred you on. We remember your advancement to Star Scout. The trail from first class to star rank was not as difficult as it had seemed. This spurred you on, and again you climbed higher. The trail was steeper and less worn. Fewer Scouts seemed to be headed in your direction. You looked down and saw the crowds below you. You looked up and saw a few above you, and with the same determination with which you started to climb, you continued the trail. Soon you earned the badge of life of the life rank. The heart badge is placed on your uniform, and you will never forget your thoughts at the moment. This feeling has been experienced by all Scouts on reaching the ledge of Life Scout. The trail became tougher, but more interesting. The original principles of the Scout Oath and Law now had fuller meaning. Your understanding of them was deeper. Yes, we watched your character unfold and blossom. We watched your leadership expand into a valuable asset. We have watched your mind develop and your wisdom increase. We have watched all these things in you. And now that you are at the threshold of your goal, we welcome you, for you have done your climbing in a true Scout-like manner. This is the voice of the eagle. The foremost responsibility of an Eagle Scout is to live with honor. To an Eagle Scout, honor is the foundation of all character. A Scout lives honorably not only because honor is important to her, but because of the vital significance of the example she sets for other Scouts. Living honorably reflects credit upon her home, her church, and her troop. May the white of the Eagle badge remind you always to live with honor. The second obligation of an Eagle Scout is loyalty. A Scout is true to her family, Scout leaders, friends, school, and nation. Her loyalty to her troop and fellow Scouts make her pitch in and carry her share of the load. All of these help to build a loyalty, which means devotion to community, to country, and to one's own ideas, and to God. So let the blue of the Eagle badge always inspire your loyalty. The third obligation of Eagle Scout is to be courageous. Courage has been a quality by which many people measure themselves and others. So Scout bravery means not only the courage to face physical danger, but the determination to stand up for what is right. Trusting in God, with faith in her fellow man, she looks forward to each day, seeking her share of the world's work. Let the red of the Eagle badge remind you always of courage. The fourth obligation of an Eagle Scout is to be cheerful. To remind the Eagle Scout to always wear a smile. The red, white, and blue ribbon is attached to a scroll of the second-class Scout Award. which at its end is turned up in a smile. The final responsibility of Eagle Scout is service. The Eagle Scout extends a helping hand to those who still toil up the scouting's trail, just as others helped her in her climb to the Eagle. The performance of the daily good turn takes on a new meaning when she enters a more adult life and continues service to others. The Eagle stands as a protector of the weak and helpless. She aids and comforts the unfortunate and oppressed. She upholds the rights of others while defending her own. She will always be prepared and put forth her best. You deserve much credit. You have achieved Scouting's highest award. But wear your award with humility, ever mindful that the Eagle Scout is looked up to as an example. May the Scout oath and law be your guide for tomorrow and onward. It is now my distinct pleasure and honor to give you the Eagle Scout Challenge. I'm gonna have to take a second. You okay too? Have that for you too? Okay. I brought extras prepared, right? I have the honor to give you the Eagle Scout charge on your elevation to the highest rank of scouting. The Boy Scouts of all nations constitute one of the world's most wholesome and significant movements in the world's history, and you are counted worthy of its highest rank. All of you who know you rejoice in your achievement. That's everybody here. Your position, as you well know, is one of honor and responsibility. You are marked as an Eagle Scout. You have assumed a solemn obligation to do your duty to God, to country, and to your fellow Scouts, and to mankind in general. In this great undertaking, you have lived up to your obligations. You bring honor to yourself and to your fellow Scouts. Your responsibility goes beyond your fellow Scouts to your country and to your God. America has many good things to give you and your children after you. But these things depend, for the most part, on the quality of her citizens. Our country has a great past. You are here to make the future greater. I charge you to undertake your citizenship with a solemn dedication. Be a leader, but only lead towards the best. Lift up every task you do and every office you hold up to the highest level of service to God and to your fellow man. So live and serve, that these who know you will be inspired to the finest living. We have too many who use their strength and brains to exploit others for selfish gains. I charge you to be among those who dedicate their skills and ability to the common good. Build America on the solid foundations of clean living, honest work, unselfish citizenship, and reverence for God, and whatever others say or may do, you leave behind you a record of which every Scout may be justly proud. At this time, I would like to invite Margaret's brother and fellow Eagle Scout, Andrew Hiddle, to come forward and administer the Eagle Scout Pledge.
All right. The Eagle Scout candidate will now take the Eagle Scout Pledge. As she takes this pledge for the first time, will those Eagle Scouts who are present in the audience stand and come to the front and form like a line to reaffirm their pledge? And you can stand up. Will each of you please give the Scout sign and repeat after me in unison? On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to my country. I reaffirm my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout Oath. I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself the obligations and responsibilities of the rank of Eagle Scout. On my honor, I will do my best to make my training an example and make my rank and influence strongly count for better scouting and for a better citizenship in my troop, in my community, and in my contact with other people, regardless of race, color, or creed. To this, I pledge my sacred honor. All right, you may now be seated.
I charge you to enter this Eagle Scout fellowship, holding ever before you, without reservation, the ideas of honor and service. By repeating the Eagle Scout pledge before your fellow members, you have become an Eagle Scout. Through the words you used just now are similar to those which you used to join Scouting. Today they mean more than they ever could have meant at that time, or at any time in the past. When you pledge yourself to the sacred honor using the same words which are found at the end of the Declaration of Independence, you sealed your eternal loyalty to the code of the Eagle Scout. With the honor guard, please escort the candidate's parents forward. Margaret, your parents have undoubtedly been your primary source of help and strength. No one will ever know the unnumbered acts of self-service from your mother. I'd like your mother to pin on the medal onto your uniform. In recognition of your mother's devotion, please present her with the mother's pen. Your father has been the source of much advice and guidance through the Eagle Trail. So I'd like him to present your scarf and your certificate. As I said, always here for help. In return, please present your father with his Eagle Scout pen. Would the honor guard please escort the parents back to their seats? And now, oh, don't sit down yet. And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce you to the newest Eagle Scout, Margaret Hiddle. We're not through just yet, however. We have one more presentation. For this presentation, in 2019, when females were allowed in Scouts, 2 women were the driving force of starting this troop, and I'd like them to come forward to present this certificate. Would Jody Walker and Becky Sherlock please come forward to present the troop certificate to her?
So she's earned 24 merit badges, and this is the plaque we're going to give her today.
Margaret, it's my understanding that you also have a presentation. So would you like to call people forward? You also have a presentation?
Yes. All right, so there's, I don't know if you noticed, like I gave mom and dad a pin, and there's also a pin for an Eagle Scout mentor. And I couldn't just give out one, so I'm giving out 3 of them. And these are the 3 people that had the most influence on the reason that I am here today, and I just really want to thank them for that. So Becky has been with me since we started the venturing crew, and I don't know, I think she really deserved a mentor pin, so I wanted to give her one.
Front, center back.
The second person I'd like to give a pin to is Lacey. He's my scoutmaster almost the entire time I was in scouting, and he helped me on every single part of my journey, but especially when it came time for my border review, and I had a lot of ideas and I didn't know how to articulate them, and he and Becky both, we had a couple meetings and figured out how to answer the really hard questions. So. All right, and then the third person that I would like to give a mentor pin to, unfortunately, he's not able to be here in person with us today. It's Travis Anderson, and he sent a video in. He's currently in Minnesota. His wife, Carrie, is getting treatment for cancer, so yeah, they weren't able to be here today, but here's his. I sent the pin along with him in advance so that he could make a video or do whatever when we decided what we had to do.
Hello there. Thank you so much for this honor, Margaret. I've never received one of these before, and this means a lot to me. The first time I remember seeing you was at Hunter's Education, and I saw that you were somebody that my daughter could really look up to. And later on, when we had the SCARP program starting off with Venture Scouts, your enthusiasm as one of our founders has always been a leader and someone for not only my daughter, but many other scouts to look up to. We're very proud of you for this achievement, and we wish you all the best. God bless.
Now it is my honor to present to you the father of the Eagle Scout, Mr. John Hiddle.
Well, after them two guys got all sappy, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But generally, when Margaret asked me, that was the first thought. I thought, this is probably not, shouldn't be me. But generally, I'm here to speak. Just like to welcome everybody, say good afternoon, thank you for coming. Supporting Margaret. And her tremendous accomplishment. She asked me to present the letters that she's received from dignitaries, and that's kind of the position I hold in my troop, as they recognize her for her achievement as an Eagle Scout. But before I do that, I have a few things I think I need to be mentioning. I apologize in advance if it seems like I'm reading it. I really wish I had a teleprompter or someone in my ear telling me what to say. I believe that technology can help you become president one day. Being the advancement chair of probably the largest Boy Scout troop in the Northern Lights Council, I have had some appreciation for how much work goes into Scouts' advancement up through the ranks to become an Eagle, both by the Scouts themselves and by the troop's adults. I would like to recognize and applaud all of Troop 5401's adult leaders, committee members, and the charter organization, the First Lutheran Church, who helped make all of these fine young ladies journeys possible. Thank you, Becky. Their hard work and encouragement is a big part of how she arrived here today. Congratulations to all of you for your hard work, and thanks. Okay, now ladies. My experience as an advancement chair also tells me that the old farmer saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink, is pretty much a truism, at least until they want to drink. The same is true for leading young girls and boys to the rank of Eagle. Many an Eagle candidate have knocked on my door at home the day before their 18th birthday, which is their last day that they could turn in merit badge blue cards. And I would strongly suggest to you young ladies that you not procrastinate like that and give your leaders gray hairs by choosing that ill-advised pathway on your journeys to Eagle. When Margaret was first considering making her run at Eagle, several people, including James Walker and Travis Anderson, among others, vigorously encouraged her to do it. Of course, I have to admit I had serious doubts about the very short timeline and Margaret's ability to juggle all the balls, completing high school, attending college, and all of her other busy life activities and commitments. Then, I almost dropped a load when she announced she was going to take herself and enroll in wood badge training besides. Good grief, girl, what are you thinking? Which is pretty much a direct quote. I think I said that to her. However, I think I may have inadvertently motivated her with all my negative waves and dire daddy no warnings just about how hard this was going to be for her to accomplish this. After all, I had seen many of her male counterparts in the recent past come up short on their 6 or 7 year journey, and she was going to do it in 2 years. So I'm now happy to admit to my daughter in public that I was wrong. Mark it on your calendar. Don't happen once. Very often. I was wrong. It could be done in 2 years because you just proved me wrong and actually did it. Congratulations on that tremendous accomplishment. Okay, now I got a runny nose. I had a mentor who used to claim he only made 2 mistakes in life. The first one was he thought he made a mistake. The second mistake was thinking he made the mistake. So some of us aren't very good at admitting we were wrong. I'm glad you took it to heart and used it in your motivational toolbox. But okay, throughout this relatively short journey for you, I know when they were doing the Eagle, they were talking about ledges and plateaus and moving on, and I'm thinking, this wasn't like that. This was like a ladder with half as many rungs as you needed. So through that journey, you have matured, become more organized, battled and stayed focused on your incremental goals as your life happened, and you methodically checked them all off on your list on your colorful chalkboard in your bedroom wall, which we built together. Your mother and I are proud of you, Margaret, and your accomplishments. Based on how much midnight oil I know you consistently burn, and judging from how late you sleep in, I think you should be glad to have some of your Grandma Wanda's genes in you. And by the way, Margaret, thanks for making me burn some midnight oil last night to print your programs for this at 2:30 a.m. after you completed your edits. Now I better get on to what Margaret thought I was going to say and do today. Congratulations, Margaret, on becoming Troop 5401's first Eagle Scout, the first female Eagle Scout in the Tomahawk District and the Northern Lights Council, the state of North Dakota, and a member of the inaugural class of female Eagle Scouts in the world. So now I'll present you with some of the things that dignitaries have sent, but first we're going to start out with a former Eagle, retired Reverend Holmes from the Garrison Congregational Church. He has something he wants to present to you. You want to stand up here?
I was in Troop 12 in West Hartford, Connecticut, and became an Eagle Scout in 1959. Now you know why I walk with a cane. I'm an artist, and I've done work for the National Guard, and these are 2 prints from much larger paintings. This one is an eagle over Missouri River, swooping down. And I did this one last simply because it came out as inspired by the search for COVID-19 symbolically, and many of our Guard people were involved in that process. This one here I did much earlier, but it became quite desirable by the National Guard folks. And you'll see this one in any of the National Guard centers around the state. You'll also see it in our former governor's office. Senator Hovins. There is another eagle down here in the mist. And what this came to mean, according to one warrant officer who looked at it one day and said, gee, that's our soldiers coming home.
And that's what she said when she picked it.
Yeah. And so that was the name. And I gave Margaret the choice. She chose this because it was family. And that's really great. So that belongs to her. And there's a few other items here and a card If you'd like other cards, you may have them. But we have made a commitment that anyone who would like, who goes into scouting and becomes a scout here in North Dakota, we'd like to make sure they had one of these prints. So.
Thank you, Reverend Holmes. So the first greetings come from a fairly personal note that the Northern Lights Council Scout Executive CEO, Mr. Richard McCartney, sent to Margaret, and I think it's fairly important to share with it. In this note was his handwritten words: "Congratulations on being the Northern Light Council's first female Eagle Scout. Your accomplishments have set a standard for all, male and female, to follow." So I know the council is very proud of you. Secondly, I have a letter here to present you from the City of Minot Mayor's office. Mayor Sitma writes, "Dear Margaret, I was recently informed of your outstanding accomplishments in fulfilling the requirements for the rank of Eagle Scout. You are among a very select group of young individuals that show the resourcefulness, initiative, and commitment to earn this award. I take great pleasure in writing this short note. I assure you your family, friends, and mentors are incredibly proud of you. On your trail to Eagle, you have undoubtedly learned a great deal about yourself. As you earned each of your merit badges, your understanding of what you can accomplish will certainly translate into a bright future. Setting the goals and priorities to accomplish this award is a great path to follow as you continue into adulthood. The younger generation of Scouts in Troop 5401 are most certainly looking up to you, not just because of the hard work and dedication you have shown on this journey, but with your outstanding grades in school, your continued education at Minot State in biology, your dedication to your church, and the congregation. Your accomplishments this early in life speak volumes about your future. Making a positive difference in the lives of others is a truest expression of leadership. Your service and commitment to community has already made our city a better place. And so on behalf of the City of Minot, I extend best wishes to you on this special day and wish you continued success in the future. Sincerely, Sean Sitma. Then, the highest office in the land sent her a very nice parchment paper. It says, "North Dakota Legendary, in recognition of Margaret for attaining the rank of Eagle Scout. Your dedication to the principles of scouting have prepared you for a lifetime of service in your community and state. Presented with my best wishes, Governor Doug Burgum." Now we're getting further up the food chain. Now we get to Senator. "Dearest Margaret, it is my greatest honor to congratulate you on attaining the rank of Eagle Scout. As one of the first female Eagle Scouts in the state and nation, you have further distinguished yourself as a trailblazer and a woman of accomplishment. In becoming a strong leader, dedicating yourself to the community, and demonstrating extraordinary self-discipline, you fulfill the requirements of this prestigious honor. The skills you learned and experience you gained during your time as a scout will serve you well as you continue to grow in the world. You and your family should be very proud of this achievement. I encourage you to continue setting high goals for yourself. The success you attain will not only serve to benefit you personally, but the nation as a whole. Congratulations and best wishes for your future. Sincerely, Kevin Kramer, United States Senator." And one of the things that Senator Kramer did was stand on the Senate floor, and your name is in the congressional record. Here are his words that he spoke on the Senate floor. "Mr. President, as we observe National Women's History Month throughout March, it gives me great pleasure to recognize one of North Dakota's own history makers. Margaret Hittle from Minot has become my state's first female Eagle Scouts, and is a member of the inaugural class of young women to receive the high honor across the United States. Margaret is a member of Scout Troop 5401 of the Northern Lights Council. A recent graduate of Minot High School, Margaret is currently studying biology education at Minot State University. Despite the coronavirus pandemic, which limited many scouting activities over the past year, she continued pressing on toward her goal of completing the merit badges necessary to earn the award. For her Eagle Scout project, building a pit for gaga ball, which is a variation of dodgeball, for the outdoor activities at her home church, Zion Lutheran. She said earning the 21 merit badges along with completing her project and other requirements for the Eagle Scout Award helped her further develop leadership, time management, and communication skills. She intends to continue her involvement with Troop 5401, transitioning into an adult leader this year. Mr. President, I congratulate Margaret on achieving this award through hard work and persistence and being a trailblazer for other young women who have interest in the scouting program. With only 6% of all scouts attaining the rank of Eagle Scout, she will now be recognized alongside others who have earned this prestigious award since it was created in 1911. She will learn, as have other Eagles, that throughout her life, this accomplishment will bring her recognition as being a person of the highest caliber and character. I fully expect to hear much more from Margaret in the future as she excels in academic, professional, and personal endeavors. And that was read into the congressional record on March 17th. Congratulations, Margaret. I know there's a lot of things that she's been asked to do and keeps getting asked to do, and my phone buzzed here. Now I see they want her to testify in a Senate hearing in the next week or so. So I know this brings a lot of recognition to you, but it also reflects on the Troop 5401 and all the Scout leaders. So thank you.
Thank you, John, and I'm just so you say, I don't think I could have went through that and been able to stand up here. So now, the moment we've all been waiting for, Margaret Hiddle will present her Eagle Scout address.
So to start this, I would just like to ask for a show of hands to see who knows me that well. If you think I wrote this last night, can you please raise your hand? You are all wrong. I wrote it this morning. So, yeah. First of all, I would like to thank all of my adult leaders. There are not words and not enough time for me to describe how much of an impact you guys have made on my life. And the only way I can think to repay you is to just become an adult leader. All of you, I just have no words to say thank you other than just thank you, and I'll see you next week. I'd also like to thank all of the scouts in my troop. I would not be here without you guys. I don't know who I would be without you guys. You guys are what makes scouting so fun, and I just really want to thank you. And then also I would like to thank my family, especially my brother Andrew. You're cool. You live across the hall. We don't talk as much as we used to, but he's always there for me when I need something or if I have questions. He's been through this already, and I can always ask him. And Mom and Dad, thank you for being my parents and for letting me get out of dishes so that I can go work on my stuff. So, I don't know. In preparation for my board of review, there was always this one question that I could never figure out how to answer, and that was, what is the best part about scouting? There's so many different aspects of it. I didn't know what to choose, whether it was like campouts or learning new skills and stuff. And so I was recently watching a movie. It was called Wonder Woman 1984. And there was a quote that was in there that made everything kind of click a little bit. And Wonder Woman said that sometimes you can't see what you're learning until you come out the other side. And I think that that is the best part about Scouting, is because the Scouts join Scouting for fun activities, and the adult leaders join it because they're adult leaders and they care about the Scouts' futures. And I think throughout the entire process, no matter who you are or what unit you're involved in, adult leaders and Scouts always come back out on the other side, learning lessons they didn't know they were going to learn, and just overall, it makes them better people. And with that, one of the things that I've always known as a problem is time management, but Scouting helped me figure out exactly how, when I identify that there's a problem or something I struggle with, how do I fix it? And my time management is kind of like a ladder, and it doesn't have all the rungs there. You know, you can do it, but it takes a lot of upper body strength. And so Scouting has been really influential in pretty much the sole reason that I've gotten better at this. Scouting has given me the tools and the resources to help figure out how I can build in more rungs on that ladder. And it's also taught me that you don't need all of the rungs there to do it, and sometimes that's okay. And yeah, that's really all I have to say today, other than to thank you all for being here and for supporting me through everything. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Margaret. Jeremy Putt will now bring his Scoutmaster Minute.
This one's going to be a lot easier. That Sean had to say that's going to be fast back to the podium. On our way over here, my wife asked me when I said I had to do Scoutmaster Minute. She goes, "What's that?" My mind was more chance for me to use up all the words in the room. But for those of you who don't know, when we have our troop meetings, when we have campouts and things like that, we typically try to do a Scoutmaster Minute. It's kind of a quick little tie it all together, recap, make you think about the world around you or what we just accomplished and things like that. So I'm going to do this the way I normally do it, which is not behind a podium with a microphone. I'm going to walk over there in front of those other people that have to hear me talk all the time. Okay, so to your point about writing things last minute, this was over on the table over there. So when we think about achievements like today, setting goals to help us figure out our destination, where do we want to go, where do we want to end up at, right? And like any trip, you need a map. That'll probably provide you the clearest direction. Anyone ever try to use a map? Those of you who've done your GPS things, right? Google Maps, you have the right map, it should make it easy. Everyone agree? So imagine you're in Chicago, you're trying to meet up with your friends across town, you pull up a map, but it's a map of Detroit. Is that going to help you? Probably not too much, right? So no matter how determined you, that map will not help you get there. No matter how long you drive, which turns you take, what the traffic is like, all the things we can blame, you will most likely not arrive at your destination, at your goal. So having it, more importantly, having the correct map will help you get there. What do we use as our map? We've got to say it at the beginning. We've got a scout book, okay? What else? We're not your map, we're the traffic cops. What else? What do we do at the beginning of our troop meetings? Scout oath and scout law. So for our map, we use a scout law. That helps us get to that place of being a person of strong character and achieving any goal that you set out for. And that's your Scoutmaster Minute.
Thank you, Jeremy. And he wasn't joking about just writing this. I was sitting at the table when he sat down and asked, what should I do for the Scoutmaster Minute? And before we close, I'd like to thank Margaret for letting me be part of this ceremony and being part of your journey to Eagle Scout. And I would like all of Troop 541 to please stand up, all those Scouts. Now, one day, I expect to see each and every one of you up here getting your Eagle Award. Margaret did it in 2 years. You guys can all do it too. Thank you. So, as this Eagle Scout Court Honor now draws to close, I'd like to invite Pastor Natasha up here for the benediction.
Just like to say congratulations, Margaret, and on behalf of your Zion family and community, we are very proud of you. And can I just say, girl power? Woo! Okay. Let us pray. Dear God, Spirit of life and love, an Eagle Scout Court of Honor marks the end of one journey, a journey of participating in scouting. Now a new journey begins with a commitment to better scouting where all may participate. Bless all of Margaret's future endeavors. May each of us be committed to scouting's ideals, which instruct us to lead better lives, to be better citizens, and to be a better example of leadership. May we always seek the obvious and find the unknown. May we always follow our own trails. God be with us until we meet again. Amen.
On behalf of Margaret and her parents, I ask everybody, if they have not signed the guest book, to please do so. And after the ceremony, there will be refreshments in the fellowship hall. So I now declare this Eagle Court of Honor adjourned. Please stand for the retiring of the colors.
Well, you guys are all standing already, but either way. Color guard advance. Color guard, retire the colors.